that Kevin Feige hasn't even scratched the surface yet of what the comics are about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, like he's done a great job. You know, he's put out amazing movies, but there's so much more. And I just think this would go on for the next 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
There's so much longevity that superhero movies have. It's like, why stop now?
And you know what's weird? I've thought about in Spider-Man Far From Home, the one with Mysterio.
Yeah.
You know how Samuel L. Jackson was the alien? What I forgot.
Skrulls.
A Skrull.
Yeah, he was a Skrulls.
I was thinking to myself, I was like, what if they made this Doctor Strange a Skrull? He's a Skrull himself. Because if he went through so many scenarios about beating Thanos to win, and he don't go through no scenarios when Peter says, hey, I want the whole world to forget who I am. And he's like, okay. You see off rip?
Yeah.
Off rip, he just says, all right, I'll help you. He don't think about no repercussions of, oh yeah, I'm going to wipe the whole world's memory right now.
So you're saying, why didn't he have that same way of thinking?
Yeah, that same way. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe.
I don't think there was any, time, because everything was opening up. People was about to start coming out.
No, I'm saying, but Peter came to him about erasing everyone.
You're talking about before the curse.
Happened.
Yeah, before, yeah. So he just comes
before the curse. I mean, shit went bad, didn't it?
He asked him to, wipe the whole world's mind, and he's like, all right, bet, I got you.
What?
And he didn't think nothing about it. Like,
you didn't think, well, if I do that, do you know that this reality?
Yeah, like this might happen. So
speaking of that, you want to know what's crazy? You mentioned Far From Home. This is what is another burning question that I have. So in Far From Home, Mysterio tells Peter that he's from Earth-833, right? So supposedly this is a lie, so that way he can manipulate Peter into getting Stark's tech. Say he's from Earth-833. You watch back, he tells Peter Parker himself that he is from Earth-616. Now, apparently everyone was saying, oh, this was a lie, he was just trying to manipulate him and stuff like that. But how in tarnation does Mysterio know exactly what Earth that is?
Yeah.
How does he know that this is Earth-616? And this is before...
I mean, he does have
If you think about it, because, like, the other Christine and the, what was it,
838?
Yeah.
He said 813.
He said 813.
He got into the research of all that multiverse stuff, so see, do you think he could probably be getting into that stuff as well himself?
But how would he know?
Well, I mean, he did work for Tony Stark though, and he did turn down ideas and stuff that he had. That's why he's trying to get revenge on Tony Stark.
So you're saying that Quentin Beck actually already had knowledge of the multiverse through Tony Stark?
Nah, not through him, but he could have probably been just stumbling upon research himself.
Because he also did have a group of scientists with him too. I mean, people who, I don't know, they probably discovered some multiverse stuff too themselves. So,
I mean, because he did technically make the technology, right? Did he make a technology for Tony? And then
which was the drones, right? Which was, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't at the
drones. He looks like the holograms or something like that.
Yeah, he said he took his idea.
He took his idea and just made it his own, right?
Yeah.
It's just, how does he know that? There has to be, that question needs to be answered.
Yeah,
how does Mysterio, all the way from Far From Home, which came out in 2019, before Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness was even a thought in our minds, and how we knew all these mechanics worked, how come he was able to say, I'm from Earth-833, and you are from Earth-616? So, who in Earth-616 had knowledge of the multiverse already? And how did Quentin Beck get this knowledge?
We probably haven't met them yet.
Ah, so you're saying that there's somebody in Earth-616 that just we have not seen.
Yeah. It could be that because, I mean, Marvel always has a way of circling stories back around to each other.
To make it make sense.
Yeah.
The big end credit that wasn't answered yet was at the end of Far From Home. They said Nick Fury was off-world.
Was that Far From Home or was that?
Yeah, because that was a fake Nick Fury the whole time.
No, I think that was No Way Home, because remember they were interrogating them and he was just like, call Nick Fury, and then they said, oh, Nick Fury's been off world for 2 years.
But no, I'm talking about the end credit for Far From Home.
Oh, where they were in the car and then they turned into that.
And he said he's been off world. They didn't know he was off world at that time.
off-world, but does that mean just off of, Earth? Or does that mean in another universe?
I think he was just on the ship.
So take it back to the Captain Marvel movie.
Okay.
He already knows who the Skrulls are, but nobody else does but him and Captain Marvel.
And do you think the Skrulls are from the same universe as 616?
I think the Skrulls are 616.
They met up when he was a younger version of Nick Fury himself.
Okay, so what you're saying is that the Skrulls know about the multiverse, and the Skrulls gave Nick Fury knowledge of the multiverse. Is what you're saying?
No. I'm just saying that's like a big end credit that wasn't answered yet. That was back in 2019.
Yeah, so they're definitely gonna circle around to what Nick Fury's doing up there, stuff like that. He probably just told the Skrulls, "Hey, I need you filling for me."
Well, he's just taking a big ass vacation. Nah, Nick Fury wouldn't do that. There's something that
you look at it, he looked like he was chilling.
Yeah,
he was chilling.
He got Long Island iced tea. Right.
So yeah, hey, that's a question needs to get answered.
There's so many things that do need to be answered, but overall, I feel like talking about the Multiverse of Madness a little bit more kind of gave us a little bit of a different perspective. I think what we did is that the hype that we were given, right? The hype that we were given about the Multiverse of Madness didn't reach the hype.
Yeah.
But also, we gotta put the blame on something. All the people that have the theories, including myself, because my niche is, creating theories for stuff like this. All the people that create the theories of this might happen and this is gonna happen because of this reason and stuff like that. We put that expectation on the people saying that, dang, Galactus could probably show up in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Kang the Conqueror, blah, 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 blah. All these people could probably show up in the Multiverse of Madness. When none of these theories that we have seem to be 100% accurate, it's like we blame the people that actually created the movie. We don't blame the people that made us think this was going to be created that way. So it's like, let's not bag too hard on, the people that actually created the movie, which was, directed by Sam Raimi. Shout out to Sam Raimi for putting on such a great movie and adding his own twist to it, because he made that motherfucker scary. I jumped twice. So, I feel like we should listen to the theories because, the people making the theories are very smart people. They really know about this. They think about this every day, and so do I.
Yeah, definitely.
But I feel like we shouldn't be blaming the people that actually create the movie, which is Kevin Feige, and anybody who directs the next film. But I guess talking about it, I'll change my rating. I came at this with a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I'm gonna change it. Did you guys change it now that you have a different perspective, or do y'all stand how y'all stand?
I'll do it. I'll go up 8. Just because I did like Wanda. Wanda was that bill was really.
She may win an acting award just for that film alone. She killed it.
I think it was like Wanda featuring Doctor Strange, something like that. Like it was her movie, bro.
You think if you think about it, it was almost like a version of like Captain America: Civil War, which technically it was Captain America versus Iron Man.
Yeah.
Do you think that was like another version of it?
Minus all the extra basically heroes? It was. Yeah.
What do you think? You still stand on the 8? Mm-hmm. Or so dang, I got a higher score. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
You went up 1.5.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I guess that really wraps it up, right?
Well, yeah.
I thought it was good talk. So I think we all got a hell of a lot more thinking to do. There's more stuff that's gonna come to mind.
More questions that come to mind now.
As time progresses, but I was really excited to get this first episode done. I appreciate these guys being on here so that way we can talk about it. This is the first episode, but this won't be the last episode. I'm so glad you guys tuned in. Leave a comment down below on what you think about any of these topics that we did talk about. Leave your honest opinion on what you think about the Multiverse of Madness. Have you seen it yet? And what are your thoughts? Thank you guys so much. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a like on this video and stay tuned for the next one.
Good talk, man. Good talk.